Imagine waiting 6 years for a game, not just one delay, not just two delays, but so many delays that people started asking simple questions. Is the game even real anymore? That was Pragmata, a mysterious science fiction game from Capcom, the company behind Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, and Street Fighter. For years, Pragmata was known as the game that kept disappearing. Many gamers thought it would never launch, some even called it dead, but then something unexpected happened. The game finally released, and instead of being disappointment, it became one of the biggest surprises. So what happened? Where did Pragmata came from? Why it was delayed for so many years? And how did a game that looked completely lost turn into one of the most loved IPs from Capcom? Let's find out.
What do you want?
I want to go to Earth.
What the hell is going on here? And why are these things trying to kill us?
1. The birth of Pragmata. We need to go back to 2020. This was the year when Sony revealed PlayStation 5. During that event, Capcom showed a strange trailer. There was an astronaut, a little girl, a futuristic city, the moon, and a lot of things that absolutely made no sense. Nobody understood what they had just watched, but people were interested. The trailer looked different from anything Capcom had made before. Unlike Resident Evil or Monster Hunter, Pragmata was a completely new idea. In fact, the Capcom's first major new franchise in many years. The game was being developed by many younger developers inside Capcom. The company wanted fresh ideas and new creativity. This is why Pragmata felt so different from Capcom's existing games. At this point, almost nothing was known, no gameplay, no story, just mystery. And mystery can be powerful. The internet immediately started creating theories.
If you're ready.
Okay, then let's go. Together.
Chapter 2, Where the Idea Came From. Years later, developers finally explained the idea. Director Young Hee-jo said the original concept came from the thinking of Moon. He wanted game in a large lunar environment that the simple idea slowly grew into something much bigger. The game began imagining future where humans lived and worked on the moon. Then they added advanced technology, artificial intelligence, robots, and eventually mysterious android girl named Diana. One of the interesting details is that developers did not expect AI to become such a huge topic in real life. When they first created the story, AI was not dominating headlines the way it is today. But by the time game launched and world had changed, suddenly games themes felt more relevant than ever. What started as simple moon setting became the science fiction story that felt surprisingly close to reality.
Hello, we are Cabin, your one-stop companion for all things shelter.
Chapter 3, The Story of Pragmata. Pragmata takes place on a lunar research station. Player controls an astronaut named Hugh Williams. Things quickly go wrong. The station is controlled by hostile AI systems and dangerous robots. During the chaos, Hugh meets Diana, an android girl with special abilities. Two characters form unusual partnership. Hugh provides combat power. Diana provides intelligence and hacking skills. Together they try to survive the station and find a way back to Earth. At first glance, it sounds like simple science fiction story, but the relationship between Hugh and Diana become one of the most game's biggest strengths. Many players loved how two characters interacted. Their conversations gave the game emotional weight. Instead of focusing on explosions and action, Pragmata focused on its characters, and they made players care. Chapter 4, The Development Hell. Now we reach the part of the story that made Pragmata famous, the delays. The game was originally planned for 2022. The Capcom delayed it. New target became 2023. And then another delay happened. This time, things became worse. Capcom removes the release date completely. The game was delayed indefinitely. For many players, this was the moment Pragmata died. No new release, no major updates, no clear future. Years passed. Memes started appearing online. People joked about that Pragmata would never launch. Every gaming event brought the same question: where is Pragmata? But behind the scenes, the developers were still working. The problem was not laziness, the problem was complexity. Chapter 5, Why it took so long? The biggest challenge was the gameplay. Most action games let you control the character. Pragmata wanted players to control two characters at the same time. Hugh handled movement and combat. Diana handled hacking. The developers wanted the systems to work together perfectly. That sounds simple, but it created huge design problems. If hacking was too powerful, combat became boring. If shooting was too powerful, hacking felt useless. The team spent years experimenting, testing, failing, and rebuilding systems again and again, finding the perfect balance that took much longer than expected. This became the main reason behind the delays. Developers refused to release something unfinished, and while gamers were frustrated by waiting, the extra time eventually paid off. Chapter 6, The Big Return. After years of silence, Pragmata finally returned. Capcom showed a new gameplay. This time, people were shocked. The game looked real. Not only that, it looked good. The gameplay showed something unique. Players had to shoot enemies while Diana hacked them. Combat became a mix of action and puzzle solving. You could not simply shoot everything, you had to think. The more footage people saw, the more interest returned. Suddenly, Pragmata was no longer a joke. It became one of the most anticipated games again. Chapter 7, Why Gamers Loved It. When the game finally launched, many expected a decent experience. Few expected a masterpiece. But players quickly discovered something special. First, the gameplay felt fresh. Modern AAA games often play it safe. Pragmata took the risk. The combination of hacking and shooting felt different. Second, the world was fascinating. Lunar Station was beautiful and mysterious. Players constantly wanted to know what happened here. Third, the relationship between Hugh and Diana was excellent. Many players became emotionally attached to the characters. And finally, the game respected the player intelligence. It did not treat players like they were watching a movie. It challenged them. The challenge became one of the biggest trends. Now the conclusion. Pragmata started as a prestigious trailer. It became a joke because of endless delays. Many players believed it would never release. But 6 years of development, Capcom proved everyone wrong. Game delivered unique gameplay, memorable characters, fascinating science fiction world, and experience that felt different from modern AAA games. Pragmata's story reminds us that delays are not always bad thing. Sometimes a game needs more time. Sometimes developers need more room for experiment. And sometimes the game everyone thinks is dead comes back stronger than ever. So maybe Pragmata was never really dead. Maybe it was simply waiting for the right moment. When that moment finally arrived, it became something special. Thanks for watching.